Okay, so now we're going to talk about these. This is a mint, just like the mint that's down in that pot there that I can't decide if it's, I think this is chocolate mint. That's what it smells like. It smells like a thin mint almost. So I pulled a bunch out of the container, and there was some good spray. Like if you keep any of the dirt that has mint roots in it, you are going to have more mint grow. That's just facts. So in the containers that had this in it, I just had to put completely new dirt in if I wanted to grow something different. And then, so I pulled a lot out of that container back there because I wanted to do a bunch of different plantings. And I just took the roots and put it in here and I just left it alone. I just watered it. That's it. And it looks amazing. This is a variegated sweet potato vine that is gorgeous. These are sucker tomatoes that I grew, and I've got it in my journal on my phone which varieties they are based on the little twisty tab. I can't remember. I think that's a Dr. Witchy because it's got the yellow on it. This is hellebore, Linton rose. It's a common name. These are dahlias, gorgeous dahlias too. They're beautiful. I'm not sure what that is because Mark brought it home from a customer last year, and I just sort of kept it alive over the winter and then stuck it in a pot with some new dirt and fertilizer, and it is happy as happy can be. So it's some sort of tropical plant though. And then he also got those trees right there from a customer. Those are plumerias. And then might as well finish up here. He got that from a customer. That's a lemon, I think he said. And then these are portulacas. I think I need to pull these out of here because this looks completely different. I think that might be a weed. I'm not sure. Portulaca is considered a weed anyway. This is one I grew from seed. So yeah, I do need to grow. I do need to pull that out. Since that looks different, I don't want those in there. This is yarrow. These are from that I saved somehow from last year. I don't even know what variety that is because that looks different. And then that one has a yellow and a pink bloom that comes out on it. And I barely had any of these plants. Like there was barely any of these. And I just stuck them in the pot and they looked pretty sad, but now they look like that. So you barely need any of that when you see those things are so expensive and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got to get like 5 of these for my hanging pot. No, you don't. Get one. All right, so here's a green stalk. It's got Bells of Ireland. It's got some celosia up here. Some Genovese basil that I just put in here yesterday. We have got some dianthus, some feverfew. This is feverfew. Tulsi basil, sage. Tulsi basil. This is clary sage. That's Tulsi basil. Bells of Ireland over there. Calendula. I think that whole row is all calendulas, alternating varieties. Red buff and strawberry blonde. On the bottom, I've got some zinnias and some milkweed. I'm starting to get some flowers. And I'm kind of keeping an eye out on these milkweed because milkweed is a food for the butterfly monarch. So I'm really, really, really hoping that I get some butterfly monarch caterpillars. So I'm keeping an eye out to see if those start getting eaten. And then this zinnia is called a pink senorita, and the picture is really pretty, so I hope she grows. All right, this is supposed to be goji berry, overwintered from last year. It didn't do anything last year. I thought it actually died. And so then this happened. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with it. I'm just sort of letting it go. See what it does. I gotta research it, probably would help. This is a dahlia. This is an artichoke plant, which looks like it is super happy, so I'm excited about that. If I get an artichoke off of that, I'm going to be so stinking happy. So here's a snapdragon. This is a Super Bells. Is this a petunia? Doesn't say. It's just called Super Bells. Super Bells. This is a... Where's the tag for it? Here we go. This is a brocade geranium. I just really like the shape of the flowers, or the leaves. And this is an interesting hosta. It's starting to flower. This is Creeping Jenny. So that looks really nice. This is a drumstick plant, and I got this because, or drumstick flower, I got this because it reminded me of my brother, so that's going to go in my memorial garden, which I hate that I have to have, but I do. This is a strawberry tower. This has got a couple of different varieties. This is one I started from seed. This is Buried Treasure. This is one that I got from Ace and Perry. This is, it's called Berries Galore. Anyway, so those are strawberries. The strawberries in this tower are from last year. And I got those from the nursery on Todd Road. I've gotten a lot of strawberries off of it. But I'm having some issues with some of the strawberry plants that have been in the pockets. I had to pull 4 out. So I think after this season, I'm going to have to completely redo that tower again. I completely did this tower for this year. But I think I'm going to have to remove all of that soil, use it somewhere else, put in different soil, double check that all the holes are free and clear, that the water's draining through properly and all of that. And I might have to move it. It might just be getting, some parts of it might be getting a little bit too much shade. Because as you can see, this one is going crazy. These are a little bit more subdued. So I think maybe I need to move some of these plants out so that that one can get more sun. Probably that blue container needs to go too. It doesn't have any plants in it. Anyway. This is a grape I got from Lowe's with one of those guys on it. I don't know if those are goodies or baddies. So anyway, this is a grape. That is a weed that grew up, a volunteer plant, portulaca, I don't know. It's there. Dahlia that I just picked up from Walmart because they had it. This is bee balm. It's starting to get flowers on it. It's going to be so pretty. I'm not sure if that's normal, the coloration, or if I got to do some sort of fertilizer. These are tomatoes I grew from suckers. That is Crocus Mosia. That's some of the strawberries I pulled out, and you can see they look horrible. It's a blueberry that we rooted. That's a Mexican mint that's growing really spectacularly. This is gladiolus in that one. Those are cannas that were pulled from various places in the yard. This is a eucalyptus from last year. I really don't know how to grow eucalyptus. It probably needs to be repotted. Rosemary that I rooted, and this is a, oops, that's a variegated sage right there, I think. More artichokes that are super happy. That's a mint. These are in the mint family. I'm not sure what they are. Those are from last year. I just put them in here because they needed somewhere to go. These are potatoes, German butterball, and I can't remember. There's like a purple one I can't remember the name of right now. And then on this side is my sweet potato slips. And I actually have more that I can grow as slips, but I don't have the containers for them. So I'm probably growing them for nothing in the, like, rooting them for nothing, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. Because I'm learning this year. These are thornless blackberries, and I just harvested a bunch. This is elderberry that's trying to grow. I left this overwintered to see if it would come back, because it died out last year, and I was afraid that I completely lost it, but apparently not. Although these weedy things do want to just cover the soil up down here. I repotted these and I put fertilizer and stuff in here, so I think that's why they're trying to come back. I'm gonna toss this. I just tossed this to the side. It's fine, it'll decompose over there. This is a dahlia. I don't know what kind. This is, what is this? I don't have a tag in it. We're gonna find out what this is if we ever get a flower on it. Might have to move it into some more sunshine. All right, so over here, I have a white borage, motherland okra from seeds that we got off of John's, that came right off of John's farm in November 2020. This is Okinawan pink okra from Baker Creek. This one plant looks fine. Those others don't. I don't know what's going on. The Baker Creek seed was kind of disappointing this year. It's another white borage. This is another one of the determinate tomato varieties. Well, variety, I only have one. It's another determinate tomato. It's a creeping thyme. I don't know what's going on in the middle. Lettuce leaf basil. Down here, we have white borage. We have roselle plants. The taller ones I started from seed. The shorter ones in both the okra and the roselle beds are seeds I put over here, and they grew. And those seeds came from Haas Tools. I'm really happy with the Haas Tools seeds. It's another Cape Daisy plant. This is another determinate tomato and a basil. Over here, we've got some, I don't know if they're called crinum. I don't know what they're some kind of lilies. Those are bearded iris. These are ranunculus. They may or may not do anything. I have no idea. Some people have talked about how hard ranunculus are, so we'll see. If it's not hardy enough to grow in my garden with not a super ton of care, then I don't want it. Those are hydrangeas. I actually put some coffee water in with them because I noticed the pink flowers coming out, but I'm not seeing anything turning blue. All right, so this obviously got some catmint or some sort of mint in it, but it's this whatever ginger plant. That's what that is. And I don't know if it's getting choked out or what. Probably because this is in here too. No, I do not know what that noise is. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've got a sweet potato planted in here. This is what I've gotten my slips off of. And it's just growing a viney plant now, and I'm just letting it. That was a thornless blackberry that Mark got from a customer that just didn't like being transplanted. And that's a seed I started, and I can't remember what it is. This is a plant from a customer. It might come back next year. I don't know. But those are seeds that I planted, and I can't remember what they are. Because I'm like that. All right, so this green stalk has got pineapple sage, tooth plant. That's a Mexican sour gherkin. It's taking stinking ever. This is a nasturtium. It's not happy. There's a rosemary. There's a purple basil there. These are rosy finch tomatoes. That's a dwarf determinate. This is garden sage, lettuce leaf basil, more tomatoes. These down here are peppers. They're jalapenos. here, this is a Genovese basil. This is a cayenne, and I've got some cayennes growing. Over here, I noticed I've got a little jalapeno right there, and also right there. And then those are some more cayennes down there. I think they're getting kind of stretchy. I think I just need to move this stuff. And then this is cilantro, which went to seed. It bolted, and I'm letting it because pollinators. And then this is some oregano that I started from seed, which seems to be doing okay. And apparently that's a borage that I stuck there that I don't remember. So, ooh, smells good. It smells like basil now. So I think that's my entire garden. Did I miss anything? Oh, these stacked planters over here. So this is celosia, dianthus, and this is Mexican mint. This over here is catmint, and this is Jewel of the Desert. And I've got a red and a yellow. Those are supposed to be like creeping sort of succulent type plants. I'm just letting them grow in there, see how they do. These are stacked containers I got from Aldi before I got my green stalks. And I got them so that I could stack them 6 high, but they're really more stable if you just stack them 3 high. And then I got that fountain off of Marketplace. It's got a few cracks that need to be repaired, and then I need to put a bubbler in it, a bubbler pump. And I also want to get something to go over the top so that it will actually shoot the water up and out, so it'll be like a fountain. But I gotta look, because I gotta get something that'll actually fit on the top, all that stuff. So we'll see.